Hi, welcome to this how-to video around how to create a custom table in Campaign and being able to create a form on top of that in AEM and to be able then to submit the data. So I will just show you in a video how you can do that, and I basically will use the wiki as the guide. So here's the wiki that we have made, and basically I will use the code snippets from the wiki to create the tables, etc. So okay, let's start. So as you can see, the wiki has a few high-level steps, so I will go through those. And the end goal is that I will create an event table in Adobe Campaign and an event form in AEM, whereby a user can say to which event he wants to go in the near future. Okay, so step number one is to create a new table in Campaign. So I'm just going to my VM here, and in administration configuration schemas, I will create a new table here. Click add here, new table, namespace, I'll leave it for now, and here I'll say event. The label is event. Click next, and then I'm basically in this XML dialog. Go back to the wiki. I will copy paste this and replace basically the element that you see here with the code snippet. So how does this code snippet work? If you're new to Campaign, first of all, I'm setting here an auto PK, so basically the primary key will be added into the table, and then I'm having 4 fields here: the event, the start date of an event, the name, the email address of the user, and the number of seats he wants to allocate. And as you can see, I'm using a date, a string, and a long. Okay, that's it. I'm saving it. And now basically to apply these changes, I will go to Tools, Advanced, Update DB structure. Click Next. And when everything is correct, then it should show up here. Click Next, Start, and close here. So now my event table is added to the DB. Okay, so that's step number 1. Step number 2 is to extend the seed table. The seed table is basically used to show the fields from the AEM site for the mapping. So for that, we will have to extend the existing seed table. So I'm going in here, in the schemas, I click again add here, say extension of a schema, click next, and seed, search for seed, and you see already the seed address here. Leave this for now here, the namespace, click next, and I'm basically again in an XML window. Going into Campaign here, in the wiki, and I'm copy pasting the code snippet from here. And let me quickly check. So make sure you add an element here, element, and then paste the code snippet. And what you can basically see here, that with the extension, I'm going to point to the event table that we just added in the first step. So you see the CUS, namespace, event, and then the fields, same fields that we added in the first step, and we used a so-called template to point to those fields. Click Save here, and now this is also applied. Same applies as for the event table. We have to go to update DB structure, click next, next, and then you see basically the SQL that will be fired, start, and that's it. Close. Okay, that was the second step. Third step is to create a new mapping, and the mapping will basically be used to specify on an email template in campaign to which table it will be mapped. So we have to go to administration campaign management to add a new target mapping. So administration here, campaign management target mapping. I'm going to add a new one, and I will say event mapping, and the internal name I'm always using a meaningful one, so let's say EVT, or sorry, event mapping. And in here I'm not going to link anymore to recipient but to an event, so look for event here and looking for the event table. So this is okay now. Click next, next. Then you have to specify a suffix for the extension schema, so I just used CUS also for that. Click next. Okay, so maybe CUS1. To be honest, I don't really know what it is. Next, and save. Okay, event mapping is created. Go back to my wiki. So this is step number 3. Step number 4 is to create a custom email delivery that will use a target mapping. Okay, I'm going back to my campaign again and go to resources, delivery template, and now I will duplicate the AEM template and rename that to event template. And now the trick is to click on 2, and from here select the target mapping we just added. So in here we use the event mapping. Click OK. So basically this email template will never be used for sending emails, only to be used in forms. Click save here, and now my event template is created with the internal name DM30. Okay, so that was basically it from the campaign side. So now we move to AEM to build a form that is going to point to this specific email delivery and then map the form fields. So go to AEM here. Oh, I'm already in my browser. Close this tab. So what I will do here, I am in Geometric Outdoors, English user. I'm going to create a new page here to say my event page, and I'm using the template user profile page. Click create, open that page. For now I'll just use the classic UI. So the first thing you have to check is whether a cloud service is configured with regards to campaign. I've already set one up, so you see here Adobe Campaign. That's the first thing you have to check. Second thing you have to check now is in the Adobe Campaign tab is whether you have selected the right template. So you see here email delivery, remove that value, and then you see basically all the templates, and here you will have to select the event template. That's basically the mapping from the AEM form to the campaign. Select event template here and click OK. So now the proof is that when I will select or drop a text field here, and I will choose the element name here, email. Just a warning, make sure that the element names are unique in your form, otherwise the functionality won't work. So make sure you choose a meaningful name for every element you're going to add, then you will never run into issues. Then on campaign tab, we select here event, and you see then event name and email. So the reason why we see here only two fields is that for a text field only alphanumeric fields will be shown. So in this case we choose email, we click OK, and then we add, let's add a title. Okay, and then we add another text field for the event name. Event name. Okay, click that here. Then we had a date. So let's move the date below. Event date, and then select the event date from here. Okay, and then the final one was the number of seats. So let's say put this to seats, seats, and again you only see here one field because we have only one numeric field in the table, number of seats. Okay, so all is configured on the AEM side now. Now you have to do one manual fix due to an existing issue on the AEM side. So we have to go to Xerox Delight and go to your page that we just created. So go to, in my case here, /content, geometric outdoors, en, user, and then the page, my event page. Then select the node JSR content. Then you see here the AC mapping is now still on map recipient. And this value should be changed to the internal name of the target mapping we have created. So we go back to campaign. In this case, we go to campaign management target mappings. We open up the event mapping here. And the internal name here, I'm just going to copy that and paste that into Xerox Delight. Save. And now basically I can preview my page here, and then the data should be saved into the event table. So I'm saying visitor, and I'm campaign training, and the date is 02/14/2015, and I want 2 seats, and I hit submit, and now I got an error. Okay, let's have a look what might be the error. So we'll just look in here. I don't see any obvious error here. Hi, it's me again. So it took me a while to find out, but I found what the issue was. So the thing I forgot to do on the form here is have a go to edit and then advanced here. Then there's a configuration here that I have to check here, create if non-existing. So basically this was off by default. Now I will enable this. I click OK. and I will just redo it again. Okay, so same email address, let's say the AEM campaign training, and here we see 02/14/2015, and we have now 3 seats. We hit submit. Now we get the right page. I'm going to go to my campaign environment, go to my schemas here, event table, I see data, and going to do configure list here, event date, email address, event name, and the seats. That should be enough. Click OK here, and now we see the row being added: email address, event name, number of seats. So I will just update the wiki after this session to make sure that I make a note that you have to set this action configuration to make sure if it doesn't exist, it will be added. So that was like the first thing I wanted to show you, and this one is going to be one of the first how-tos around the AEM and campaign integration. So I hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to comment on the wiki in case you find other issues or features. Okay, bye bye. So.